Also, now that we have added some visual assets into our work view, we are now going to talk about the addition of audio within your film. That includes both your narration and the addition of music as well. And in terms of the narration, there's two ways that you can go about this, and they both begin with clicking on our friend here. That is the Add Media button. If we click on that, it's going to give us, of course, our usual options to choose from. One of them is that you can click on VoiceOver. And what that is going to do is that is going to open up one of these soundtracks down here and reserve it as a track for you to record directly on. So what we'll do is we've got ourselves set up. We've got the red record button there. We're going to go and click that. Gives you a nice little countdown to prep yourself. And then you're off and running. You can go ahead and record your dialogue directly into the program. And we're just going to stop after a couple of seconds here to play it back and see how it sounds. Go ahead and click that button again. Let's go ahead and play that back. And then you're off and running. You can go ahead and record your dialogue directly into the program. All right, and of course you do have the meter over here to check your input volume to make sure that it is at a good level. Remember that if the bars are showing red, that is potentially going to lead to peaking, which could mean the loss of some of your audio. All right, so you really want to be careful about what your input volume on your computer is, and maybe just even sitting a little bit further back from the microphone on your device may make a difference for you. In my case, I'm not going to worry too terribly much about it right now just because we're doing this for practice purposes. All right, so once you've got the dialogue recorded, we're going to click on that, we're going to highlight it, and Adobe Rush does give you a couple of options in terms of editing your audio if you're recording directly in the program. You can, of course, alter the overall volume of the clip, which I may do because that was just a little bit loud for my liking. You can mute it, but it also gives you some of the options down here for cleaning it up a little bit, such as reducing the background noise and let's see here. We're going to take that about to 60%. Remember, y'all, that you want to try and reduce the background noise. An easy way to try and to head this problem off at the pass is to make sure that you're trying to do your recording in an area where there's not a whole lot of background noise to begin with. I know that can be challenging, however. But the higher that you go in terms of how much background noise you want to remove, the more that you run the risk of potentially taking away some of your own audio, some of your own dialogue as well. So a little bit goes a long way. So we're gonna test that out with 60%, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna enhance the speech as well. Let's play that back and let's see how that sounds. You're off and running. You can go ahead and record your dialogue directly into the program. And we're just going to stop after a couple of seconds here to... All right, so that's not bad. I'm actually pretty happy with that as is. All right, and of course you've got a couple of other options like a balance sound and auto volume that you can use as well. And of course you have these nice, neat little concise descriptions that Adobe Rush is going to provide you with. So it's telling you what auto volume is going to do. This is another one of those things where you just have to experiment a little bit until you get the sound that you're looking for. In this case, I'm recording in an area where there's not a lot of background noise to begin with, and I've got the input volume on my computer set at a pretty good volume. I had a little bit of red there at first, but just these two little minor edits here, in addition to reducing the clip volume very slightly, has gotten it to where it sounds pretty good, I think. So I don't see the need to mess with it any further. So you've got a couple of ways that you can edit your audio if you're going to record directly in Rush. Now, having said that, Rush is not going to give you the same myriad options for audio editing that you are going to get in Adobe Audition, another program that y'all have used this semester. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this selected. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Another option that you have, this is especially if you feel comfortable you should feel comfortable now using Adobe Audition, is you can record your narration in Adobe Audition, do all the editing that you have become well practiced in by this point, and simply upload the finished MP3 file into Rush. So in my case, I've got my asset folder set up here. I've got my audio, and I went ahead and recorded some sample movie dialogue. This, by the way, is available in the Files section in Canvas in our Adobe Rush Practice Assets file. So this is available for you to use if you want to experiment a little bit with your editing. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into my work view. It's already been edited to my liking in terms of the volume, the denoising, everything like that. It's good and it's clean and it's ready to go. All right, so those are your two options as far as adding your dialogue. Now, when it comes to adding your music, again, we're going to head right back up here to the Add Media button. We're going to go ahead and click on Audio now. And the great thing about Rush is that it's got a pretty extensive library to go through as far as music options is concerned. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to find the piece of music that you want to use here, but there are still plenty of options, and who knows, you may find exactly the right thing to complement your film. Now, in my case, I already listened to a couple of these, and I found one that works pretty well for me. All right, music file that's pretty subtle, not going to interfere too terribly much with the rest of my work. All right, so let's go ahead, let's play this now and see how it looks and sounds. All right, so we're getting there, but obviously we run into the same issue that we've talked about already with our Adobe Audition instruction, which is we don't want the dialogue and the music competing with one another. We want the music to complement the dialogue. It is our supporting cast. All right, so there is a very, very easy way of seeing to this issue, and that is this. We've got the music file, the music track selected here. We're going to go right back into our sound control. And what you're going to do here is you're simply going to click Auto Duck. All right, and then from there you can go ahead and set how much you want to have the music removed by, because remember, you don't want the music to disappear completely. You still want it to have a slight presence in your film. All right, but we want to hear your voice as clearly and as cleanly as possible. Let's go ahead and listen to this now, and it should sound considerably better. You can see down here on the music track we've got that nice gray bar right there. That is indicating the point at which the music dips. One of the many helpful features of Adobe Rush is that it allows you to record your dialogue directly onto a new track. And from there, you can perform a limited number of edits, like speech enhancement. Much better. Much, much better. All right, so now we have got our audio set up to where the dialogue is prioritized, but the music is still there. The volume is simply decreased, all right? And it's playing at full volume at the beginning, and it's going to play at full volume at the end as well, so that we have our lead in and our lead out. All right, now, there may be moments where you want to have your... where you do want the sound in your video clip to play, if it has some kind of thematic importance to it. Now, obviously, in a case like that, I'm going to go ahead and unmute this clip here. Move this around a little bit just so we hear this clip. Let's go ahead and listen to that. Okay, so obviously we run into a new issue here, and that is that now we've got these sound effects in a sound clip also competing with the music. So once again, we want the music to kind of take a back seat here, if you will, to this sound. That is, again, if we want it to play. So easy solution to this issue, y'all. We've already got the clip selected. We are already in the sound controls. You are simply going to change the type of sound. You're going to tag it differently for Adobe Rush, and what you want to do is you're simply going to change it to voice. All right, and so now We've got that nice gray area down there. So we're cheating a little bit. Obviously, we know that the sound associated with this clip is not dialogue, but this is an easy hack, if you will, to make sure that this is going to be the sound that we hear more than this. Let's go ahead and play that back now, and it should be much closer to what we're actually looking for. Not bad, not bad at all. We are definitely getting there. All right, so that is about it for your audio, both for recording directly in Rush or importing your own dialogue, and then including your music and ducking it against your narration and any other sound effects.